Hey everyone, welcome back to the Flipper Zero series. We've gone through NFC, RFID, infrared, and even some sub-gigahertz magic so far. But now we are getting into something that makes Flipper Zero a real tool for hardware hackers, GPIO and hardware hacking. So if you are into tinkering, modding, or just making things work together in weird ways, this one is for you. Alright, let's talk about GPIO. It stands for General Purpose Input Output and is basically a way for Flipper Zero to talk to other hardware. Whether it's sensors, buttons, or other device, GPIO allows you to send and receive signals. This means you can control gadgets, automate things, or even communicate with other microcontrollers like Arduinos or Raspberry Pis. Pretty exciting, right? Now, on the top of your flipper, you'll notice some small pins that where the GPIO magic happens. You have several options to connect to the other device, like using UART, SPI, or ITC protocols. For those of you unfamiliar with these terms, think of them as a different languages that device use to talk to each other. Flipper knows them all. To start playing around with GPIO, just go into the GPIO menu on your flipper. Here, you will see the options to control input and output pins, send or receive data, and even turn your flipper into a USB to serial converter. It's like having a Swiss Army knife for a hardware. Let's jump into an example. Say you got a basic LED light and you want to control it with your flipper. You can connect the LED to the GPIO pins, set one as an output, and bam! Flipper controls when the LED turns on or off. Simple but super effective for learning how GPIO works. Alright, I got a little setup here. This LED is connected to one of the GPIO pins and on the flipper. I set the pin high, which means sending power to LED, and boom, it lights up. Then I set the pin to low and the light turns off. Pretty satisfying, right? But we are just scratching the surface here. You can get way more advanced with GPIO, connecting Flipper to all sorts of devices. Want to flash firmware on another device? Yeah, Flipper got you covered. Want to hack into a random gadget you found at a thrift store? GPIO is your friend. Now, one thing to be careful about. Make sure you know what you are connecting to. If you are dealing with the higher voltage stuff, you don't wanna fry your flipper in there, or worse, maybe yourself. Stick to low power device unless you are sure what you are doing. Another cool thing you can do with GPIO is use the flipper as a controller for different types of data communication. For example, you can control an external display or even send data to another microcontroller. The possibilities are endless. So, that's your intro to GPIO and hardware hacking with Flipper Zero. It's an incredibly powerful feature, especially if you are into experimenting with electronics. In the next video, we'll get even deeper into the hardware side of things, maybe even try some firmware flashing. So, don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.